The day the sky split open, I was just another soldier trying to stay alive. Our battalion had been stationed on the edge of the ruined city of Kandar Prime, a shattered metropolis that had once been the pride of Earth's first colony on the outer rim. The war had dragged on for 3 years now. Humans against the scifi, an alien empire that conquered worlds the way a storm swallows coastlines. They were tall, silver-skinned, with ridged crests along their heads like ancient crowns. Their voices carried weight, deep and resonant, as if the universe itself leaned in to listen. Rumor had it they considered humans little more than pests, clever pests but pests all the same. That morning our unit received orders to hold the line. The scifi were pushing in hard, and if they broke through, the colony would be lost. I had my rifle in hand, dirt on my face and fear pounding in my chest. The first bombardment came at dawn. The earth buckled, fire rained down, and men screamed. I was thrown against a collapsed wall, ears ringing. By the time I staggered back up, the line had broken. Scifi warriors surged forward like shadows given flesh, their plasma blades cutting through men like paper. They fought. I don't remember how many I killed, only the blur of heat and smoke, the taste of ash in my mouth. But war is rarely about glory. It's about surviving one more minute. And then I saw her. She stood taller than me by nearly a head, her armor glinting with a strange violet sheen. Her blade hummed with energy, still dripping with sparks from the men she had struck down. But it was her eyes that froze me, amber, sharp, unyielding. She moved through the chaos like she owned the battlefield. When our gazes met, she pointed at me. Not at my squad. Not at my commander. Me. I tried to raise my rifle, but she was faster. She disarmed me with a twist of her blade, sending my weapon clattering across the ground. The next second, she had me pinned against the rubble, her armored hand gripping my chest plate. "You are mine," she said in a voice that thrummed through my bones. Spoil of war. I thought that was the end. I thought she'd kill me where I stood. But instead, she bound my hands with a glowing tether and dragged me through the battlefield like a prize. The middle. A prisoner among aliens. I expected death. Instead, I was taken aboard their warship. The vessel was vast, a cathedral of steel and light, its corridors humming with alien energy. I was shoved into a containment cell, but it wasn't the cold cage I imagined. The walls pulsed faintly, organic and warm, like the ship itself was alive. Hours or days I lost track, passed before she returned. The warrior. She removed her helmet, and I saw her face clearly for the first time. Sharp features, silver blue skin that shimmered faintly, and that same crown-like ridge running back from her forehead. Her amber eyes regarded me like I was something she had yet to understand. "My name," she said slowly, as though adjusting her tongue to human speech, "is Serenia, daughter of High General Kaler of the scifi Dominion." I spat blood on the floor and muttered, "Good for you." Something like a smile tugged at her lips. Not mockery, curiosity. "You fought with fire," she said. "You did not cower. Few humans hold their ground when faced with me." "Maybe I'm just stupid," I muttered. She tilted her head. "Or brave. That is why I claimed you." The word burned in my ears. Claimed. Like I was livestock. For weeks, I was kept aboard her ship. She visited often, questioning me, not just about military tactics but about me. My childhood. My family. My beliefs. It was disarming. Somewhere in between the interrogations, she started bringing me food herself. Strange, fragrant meals that tasted alien yet nourishing. And one evening she said something that shattered me. "You will marry me." I laughed in her face. "You've got to be kidding." But she wasn't. In our tradition, a warrior may claim a spoil of war not merely as a trophy, but as bondmate. You will stand beside me. You slaughter my people and now you want me to marry you? Snap. That's insane. She didn't flinch. Our peoples are at war, yes. But wars end. Bonds endure. I should have hated her. Every fiber of my being screamed to resist. But there was something in her gaze I couldn't reconcile. Something that wasn't cruelty, but longing. The shift between enemy and something else. Time wore me down. Serenia began allowing me out of my cell, under guard, to walk the ship's gardens, a vast chamber where bioluminescent flora grew under artificial stars. She walked beside me, her stride proud but her voice softer when she spoke to me. I began to learn the truth of the scifi. They weren't monsters. They were a people shaped by endless wars, bound by honor and conquest. To them, claiming a worthy opponent wasn't degradation. It was respect of the highest order. One night, as the ship drifted through the void, she led me to an observation deck. Stars stretched out like rivers of fire. "Do you hate me?" she asked quietly. "Yes," I said without hesitation. But after a pause I added, "And no." She nodded, as if she understood both truths. "When I saw you on the battlefield, I felt something I had never felt before. Our kind do not choose easily. But I chose you." For the first time I saw her not as an enemy, but as a woman, torn between duty and something deeply personal. The conflict, a choice between worlds. The war escalated. Human fleets pushed back. Whispers of a counterattack reached the ship. Serenia grew more restless, torn between her role as a commander and her strange attachment to me. Then came the ultimatum. The scifi High Council demanded she execute me publicly to prove her loyalty. That night she entered my quarters, her armor stripped away, her face bare. "I will not kill you," she said, her voice trembling for the first time. "But if I defy them, I will lose everything. My rank, my honor, my place among my people." "Then let me go," I whispered. Her amber eyes burned. "If I let you go, I lose you." We stood in silence, the weight of two civilizations pressing down on us. She could end me with a gesture. Instead, she pressed her hand to my chest. "Then marry me," she said. Not as a command but a plea. "If you are my bondmate, they cannot order your death. They will see it as sacred." My heart thundered. "You'd throw away your empire for me?" "No," she said softly. "I would fight it for us." The ending, the choice that changed everything.